Hey, I hope you're having a nice day. I'm just going to tell you all the supplies I use now before we get into the video. So I basically just sketched with a pencil, and then I used a Bic grip pen, like a blue one that you usually just find at the bank, to do all the line art and details and stuff. So I hope that you enjoyed the video, and just see you in like 2 seconds. Hi, hello. As you may be able to see, the video did not take 2 weeks to finally come out. I was a bit more on top of it. I already recorded a video, and if you notice right next to my hand, that is the picture I'm redrawing. Not all the stuff on the paper, but the little notebook. That is what I'm redrawing. We recently just toured the sketchbook, and if you haven't seen that, it really doesn't matter. I just wanted to redraw the mermaid because I think it's going to be a thing that becomes of sketchbooks, is that I'll redraw 1 or 2 images in this case, because I have already recorded a video like this. I ran out of storage again. So I'll put the image up right now that I already drew, but it should be on my Pinterest account. If you just say Nibs is Sketching, that's where it is. Little shameless plug there. But I usually post all my artwork on there if you ever are interested in looking at it closer. But we got a 500 gigabyte storage thing because apparently Flip-A-Clip, which is what I'm recording on, what I put all my video stuff in after I filmed it, is basically my editing tool. It's animation, but you can also do video editing on it, and so that's what I use. It takes up like 25 gigabytes of storage, and so we got a storage card that was like 30 gigabytes, and if it's out of storage, I can't really do anything. I can't upload, I can't download, I can't really do much, so we kind of had to get a new card. So that was very fun, very kind of stressful because I already had the video filmed, and then it just wouldn't load back so I could upload it, which I actually like this image better, which is okay because I was very upset about losing that one video because I was like, this one was like, it's exactly how I wanted it to be. It's not great, but I already had it filmed and I was very proud of myself about it. But didn't work out like that. Oh, by the way, this isn't live time. I'm recording over the image. Just thought I'd put that in real quick. So it's a redraw, and I actually loved this mermaid when I drew. I still like it, but it's definitely not, it's not resembling my current art style. And so I just thought it would be fun to redraw this mermaid with very similar material. I do remember, though, I did not do a sketch underneath the actual mermaid, but I just decided ahead of time that I was going to do it in full color, and then I was like, you know what, I'm going to do it in pen, because I figured pen is just so much better, and I figured I could just show how much detail I could get with a pen like this similar material. I didn't use the same paper because I actually don't know where that paper is. No, wait, I do know where the paper is, but it's very small. And also, it's actually currently being used for something else, for a different project. It's kind of like origami paper, so it wasn't really the smartest choice to draw on, but yeah, it's there. So yeah, I love Bic grip pens. They're just really nice. They're good size, they dry really fast, they don't usually smudge when you erase over them, and so they're kind of a really good medium, especially if you just want to get super loosened up before you draw. So like if you're going to record something or you just want to get really good line art, they're pretty good to practice with, especially since they're a bit cheaper of a material to use. Also, by the way, thank you for 27 views on my last redraw for my first sketchbook. I know that is not a lot for every creator, because like thousands of views, millions of views, and whatever. But it's still really impressive to me, so thank you a lot. That is very, very helpful. So thank you for that. Also, by the way, if you notice, I'm actually filming this in my sketchbook, so there are side sketches. They were mainly just practice for stuff, but along the lines of that, I'm not almost done, but I think I'm down to like the last 20 pages of my sketchbook, which should go fast because I have a lot to put in there and a lot to draw and a lot of good ideas right now. So I'm definitely not art blocked. I'm definitely playing with my style a lot. So I think we may end up recording and, it's gonna look different and stuff. But that has been a really big thing is I've been working on my style, making it more, flexible and easily able to do more objects and stuff. One thing I need to practice a lot is coloring. Not here, you'll probably not see a good representation of it, but like I draw really flat colors and I've always loved works that, the skin color, like there's actual skin color, but there's also blues and reds and greens mixed in, but they don't look weird, but they look good, something like that. And I have like all the supplies to finally do it. Like I have paint and I have markers and everything. I just need to really study it a lot better. And I think one thing I need to do is just really work on my style. Legs have been an interesting one for me. They've been something I've struggled with for a while. So for a lot of this sketchbook, I drew like normal, legs with the curves and stuff, and then for a little while I drew legs without curves that were just kind of cylinders. And now I think I'm probably going back to legs with little curves and divots and stuff in them. Well, not that many. There's like 2, 3 maybe. But like I know that it's really important to have a very consistent style for a channel, but it's really hard to stay to one style when you're not totally happy with it yet. And you know that you want something different for it and you know exactly what you want. You're just having trouble translating it to exactly how you want it. But also like you found something that works better and then you're hesitating because like there is a special style for your channel and you don't want to ruin the algorithm and people can't recognize you except for by your channel logo. I'm really just trying to get a good, consistent art style that'll improve in the areas I need it to improve, like in hair and eyes and stuff. But I think, yeah, I don't know. It's just been very changing. I'm just super glad I'm not an art block anymore because I was an art block for a while and it's just really frustrating, especially when you try to film art videos while you're art blocked. Beside, art stuff, I wanted to talk a little more about what I do beside art because I did talk a lot about that in my introduction video, but I just wanted to talk about what I've been doing lately. Me and my brother and my dad went to a Pokemon pre-release for Scarlet and Violet. Maybe I can pop a picture up here. But we got battle decks and stuff, and it was really cool. The art this year is perfection. Pokemon, you've done a great job again. I am a little disappointed about the silver borders, though. If you're a Pokemon fan, you may understand exactly what I mean, and probably have already seen the monstrosity of the silver borders. Some people are happy about them, some people aren't. They aren't as bad as I was expecting them to be, but they also weren't as good as I was hoping they would be. The EX and GX they weren't as stunning as the VMAX or full art cards, and if I'm being honest, kind of a little disappointed. The full art, I did get a full art trainer. I got Professor Sada, which is just a professor's research, but those are usually pretty expensive. I actually really like that card. I think they did a great job on a full art trainer. Yeah, I guess I'm just a little disappointed in how they jumped from these amazing V cards to these kind of, how do I say, a little blander EXs. I hope that, how when a new card pack comes out and the cards aren't as stunning as the last pack for that region will come out. I just hope it goes from kind of similar to the Galar region's packs, where they kind of went from not as good to really amazing and everyone wants this pack. Because it's just so gosh darn good. That sounded really weird. But they aren't bad. I actually love like the regular art cards. And I love the way that they did the, like the just shiny card. Where they now have like patterns on them. And they're really nice. And I do find it a lot easier with the simplified card things, like, you know, how to tell from a set, they will have it at the very bottom in very tiny print. Yeah, so they definitely simplified it. It looks better. It's much easier. I definitely will give them a great big point for that because it looks better. Beside that, I've been baking a lot lately, been doing a lot more stuff like that. It was actually not bad around where I live. It actually was sunny for a little bit, and so, you know, just soak in the vitamin D for a little while. Speaking of vitamin D and springtime and stuff, frogs have been out, and so my brother caught a few frogs. One's for my mom too, but the two that he caught, because he keeps them in a tank now. I wonder if I can get a picture. If I do, it'll be up probably right now. Are his frogs, Mochi and Cream. He caught those two. And then my mom caught another one and named it Mint Chip. And we're trying to find a fourth one and name it Cone, so we can have Mochi Cream and Mint Chip Cone. But yeah, they've been living their best life in this little, like, glass tank, and they get fed and they explore and they get misted every morning, and sometimes in the night, you know, not every night, because dirt holds moisture and stuff, and it's really beautiful. He set it up very nicely and stuff. And along with frogs, you know, frog eggs, there is a surprising amount less than there was last year of frog eggs, which is a little disheartening. But don't worry, they usually come back next year in full force, and literally the pond will be covered in frog eggs. I'll need to take a separate video to talk about our pond and the history behind it, because it really is quite amazing. But I don't really want to discuss it in this video because I feel like it needs its own video all by itself, because it's just such an amazing thing in itself. So yeah, Mochi, Cream, and Mint Chip have been living their best life along the fact of pets and things. If you guys have seen my introduction video, then you would also know I have two budgies named Diamond and Pearl. Yes, they are named after the Pokemon games. Thank you very much. Sinnoh region is one of my favorite, not my first, but it is one of my favorites. I really like the Pokemon for that one. And if I'm being honest, I really, really like the name Diamond and Pearl, and they're both amazing. Pearl has just got out of her molting stage, so all her feathers are just like gleaming brightly in the sunshine. And Diamond, I don't know if this is a thing for male and female birds, but I noticed this with chickens, is that females seem to visually molt while boys just slowly. Like, you can barely tell that they're molting, but they're losing, like, you can see them losing their pin feathers. But, like, you know, it's not like a concerning amount. So yeah, they've been doing that, and yeah, I guess that's a lot to talk about. All my videos are just going to sound like the ramblings of a mad person at this point. Yeah, I just like to ramble. I think it makes better content. I don't know about you, but I just really love listening to people talk. Like, just two people having a conversation. Like, I don't want to be in the conversation. I just want to listen to people talking. And I actually think it's quite soothing sometimes to listen to people talking. I'm very introverted, so listening to people talking can be much more soothing than actually talking to people, which I think is one of the reasons I like ASMR a little bit. But that's a topic for another time. I would also like to shamelessly plug myself again and say that I have a Pinterest account, and you can go follow me there if you want to support me more than just YouTube. You do not have to, though. I will not force you. Free rights to all. But yes, and it's just Nibs is sketching. I think I'm that on most platforms. Anyway, see ya. Bye.